Good morning, children. Today in M.C.B. we are starting the chapter Raja Ravi Varma. Now, first of all, do you know why Raja Ravi Varma is famous? He is famous as a very great painter. In fact, he was one of the greatest painters in the history of India. Okay. Now, I would like to read the chapter for you all. Please understand the chapter very properly. And even after that, if you face any problem with any of the words in the chapter, please try to write down in your WhatsApp classroom, okay, or in your Google Classroom, and I'll just solve it up for you, okay. Any sort of doubt which you have, kindly clear it up during your class hours. So let me read the chapter for you. Raja Ravi Varma is widely regarded as one of the greatest painters in the history of Indian arts. Famous for painting scenes from epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana, he took Indian paintings to the global arena by combining traditional Indian art with contemporary European styles. So why is he famous? He is famous for painting scenes from epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana. Okay. And he took Indian paintings to the global arena. Means globally people got to know India through his paintings, and he combined traditional Indian art with European styles. Okay, that is why he was so famous. Now see, Varma was born on 29th of April 1848 at Kilimanur. Now where is Kilimanur? A village near Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. His parents were Umamba Thampurati and Neelakandan Bhattathiripar. Okay, his father's name was Umamba Thampurati and his mother's name was Neelakandan Bhattathiripar. He had three siblings, Goda Varma, Raja Varma and Mangalabai. Ravi Varma's family was full of scholars, poets and artists. Means his family was very well known in those days. Okay, there were poets there were artists there. His family was closely related to the royal family of Travancore in those days. While his mother was a poet and writer, his father was a learned scholar of Sanskrit and Ayurveda. That means his parents were very well educated. Okay. Varma started drawing on walls using charcoal at the age of 7. Charcoal, do you know what is charcoal? The coal, okay. It was his uncle Raja Varma, a noted Tanjore artist of those times, who noticed the talent of Ravi Varma. So it was his uncle. What was the name of his uncle? Raja Varma. Okay. He was also a noted artist at Tanjore. He noticed the talent in Raja Ravi Varma. He started giving him preliminary lessons in painting. So he got his preliminary lessons from his uncle, Raja Varma. At the age of 14, Ahilyam Thirunal Maharaja took him to Travancore Palace, and he was taught water painting by the palace painter there, Ramaswamy Naidu. What was the name of the palace painter? Ramaswamy Naidu. Varma's talent was personally nurtured by Ahilyam Thirunal, who took special interest in the grooming of the young prodigy. So he was very much nurtured by Ahilyam Thirunal because he took special interest in grooming up the child. Thirunal also exposed him to the famous paintings of Italian masters. That is why he could combine other styles with Indian styles. Okay. It was at the palace of King Thirunal that young Ravi witnessed different forms of Indian and Western styles of art. So where did he see Indian and Western styles of art? In the palace of King Thirunal. He was specially mesmerized by the beauty of Tanjore paintings and Italian art. So he was mesmerized by what? By Tanjore paintings and Italian art. Okay. The first colors used by Raja Ravi Varma were made from leaves, flowers, tree barks and soil. So he used natural colors first. Okay. What were the colors made from? They were made from leaves, flowers, tree barks and even soil. His uncle Raja Varma helped him in preparing these paints. So he was helped out by his uncle in preparing all these paints. He bought his first set of oil paintings from Madras after noticing a newspaper advertisement. So his first set of oil paintings from where did he get? From Madras. He saw a newspaper advertisement and from there he got it. In those days, not many people knew the technique of oil painting. Only one person at Travancore, Ramaswamy Naikar, knew this style of painting. However, Naikar refused to teach Varma this style. Okay, Naikar, he did not want to teach Varma his style of painting because he saw a potential rival for the future. Naikar thought that if I get him ready, he will become my rival in the future. One of Naikar's students, Arumugham Pillai, later shared his knowledge with Varma. So Varma, Raja Ravi Varma, So Arumugham Pillai, one of Naikar's students, he began to teach Varma against his teacher's wishes. Okay. Varma also learned oil painting by watching Theodore Jessen's work. Theodore Jessen was very well known in those days for oil painting. He was a Dutch painter visiting the king's court for work. Varma was the first Indian to use Western techniques and adapt them to Indian subjects and themes. So he was the first Indian who used Western techniques in Indian painting. In 1866, at the age of 18, Varma was married to a 12-year-old girl, Bhagirathi Bai, of the royal house of Marvelikara. The name of the place was Marvelikara. And she was only 12 years old. In 1870, Varma made a trip by foot to the Mukambika temple in South Kannada, district of Karnataka, to seek the blessings of the goddess there. On his way back, he received his first paid commission for a family portrait in Calicut. That was his first paid commission. Okay, he had made a family portrait in Calicut. It was here that he decided to take up painting as a profession to provide for his family. So that was the time when he decided that I am going to take up painting as my profession. 1873 was a pivotal year in Varma's painting career. What happened? Due to his connections to the royal family, Varma came in contact with the British resident at Trivandrum, Edgar Thurston. Thurston persuaded him to participate in the Madras Fine Art Exhibition in 1873. At the exhibition, Varma's work titled A Nail Lady at the Toilet, showing a pretty woman adorning her lady with a garland of jasmine, was adjudged to be the best. He won the governor's gold medal at the event. So in those days, Raja Ravi Varma, he won a gold medal for his painting, okay, for his fine art. And where did he exhibit it? He exhibited his fine art at Madras Fine Art Exhibition. The Maharaja of Travancore feted him on his return to Trivandrum for bringing honor to the state. He was honored by the Maharaja of Travancore also. In the same year, the painting was sent to an international exhibition at Vienna, where it was awarded a medal and a certificate of merit. So that painting, it earned many trophies, okay, many medals, okay. All the major newspapers published from Madras, Bombay and Calcutta carried stories of Varma's laurels, thereby spreading Ravi Varma's reputation as an artist. In 1874, Ravi Varma received the first prize at the Madras exhibition for his painting titled A Tamil Lady Playing the Sharabat. So, in 1874, what did he receive? He received the first prize at the Madras exhibition. And what did he draw? What did he paint at that time? He painted a painting which was entitled A Tamil Lady Playing the Sharabat. This painting was presented to the Prince of Wales. This painting, it was presented to whom? The Prince of Wales, who would go on to become King Edward VII during the prince's visit to Madras in 1875 by the Maharaja of Travancore. So that prince, he was presented to be the Prince of Wales, and he would become King Edward VII during the prince's visit to Madras. Okay. At an exhibition, Shakuntala's love letter to Dushyanta created a huge stir due to its innovative approach and beautiful rendition. So, at one of the exhibitions, Shakuntala's love letter to Dushyanta, a painting based on this, created a huge stir because it had innovative approach and beautiful rendition also. In fact, there was so much talk about it that Lord Buckingham, the then governor, said he would buy the paintings at the end of the exhibition. The day the exhibition would end, that day Lord Buckingham, he would pay for the painting and buy it. Okay. After this, he became a popular artist among Indian nobility and the Europeans also, who commissioned him to paint their portraits. Now they told him that you please paint our portraits for us. These portraits became the bulk of his overall work. Okay, a huge bulk of his overall work was the paintings of the portraits of the then Europeans, and established him as the most successful artist of his time. Let me turn your page. Ravi Varma's paintings of people and gods had a lifelike quality to them. To whom? The Europeans. His true genius lay in the details that he brought to each portrait and each frame. He paid tremendous attention to his subjects. Okay, what are the things he needed for the paintings? Those subjects were paid tremendous attention. From the clothes they wore to their jewelry, everything was brought to the limelight. Varma did not miss anything. That's why the subjects in his paintings are so full of character and life. He was invited to different parts of India, and everywhere he went, he painted portraits and scenes from Indian mythology. He loved Indian mythology a lot, that means. Some of his famous works include Damayanti, Hansa Sambad, Jatayu, Vadam, Vasant Sena, Rama Pancha, Vatan, Arjuna, and Subhadra, among others. So these are some of his well-known paintings. Arjuna and Subhadra, among others. Okay. In 1881, Varma was invited to Baroda by R. Madhav Rao, the then British regent of the state of Baroda. So whom was he called by? He was invited to Baroda by R. Madhav Rao, who was the then British regent, to paint the ceremonial portrait of Sayaji Rao III, the Gaikwar of Baroda. A special studio was built for Varma. So they built a special studio for him. Okay. And was given several commissions from the Gaikwads. So the Gaikwads, what did they do? They built a special studio for him, and he was supposed to paint the ceremonial portrait of Sayaji Rao III. All of these accolades made Varma famous across the country. In 1894, Ravi Varma set up a printing press in Mumbai. The press used a printing technique called oleography. What is oleography? A printing with stone, but with more color palettes. Many color palettes were used, and produced thousands of copies of his paintings. Soon people all over the country brought them, and many even worshipped the gods and goddesses in his paintings. Some artists did not like this mass distribution and called Ravi Varma's paintings calendar art. But the artist wanted to share his art and felt that everyone should appreciate art, not just the rich. Not just the rich, but all of us, we should appreciate art. The bulk of Ravi Varma's work consisted of portraits commissioned by the British and Indian rulers of those times. However, his biggest contribution was his Puranic paintings, which dramatized scenes from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. These were his biggest contribution to India. His paintings created an imagery that forms the backbone of how gods and goddesses are depicted in popular culture even today. Okay, so it was an imaginary art, but it created an imagery that forms the backbone of how gods and goddesses are depicted in popular culture even today. Right from movies to television to the calendars that adorn our walls year after year, almost all these images are based on how Raja Ravi Varma imagined the gods over 100 years ago. Even Amar Chitra Katha, which many generations of Indian kids have grown up reading, is inspired by Varma's paintings. In the era when all visual media were dominated by Victorian imagery, the presence of an Indian image from revered epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana was a powerful reminder of the glorious Indian heritage. His paintings constantly reminded the Indian public of the powerful past that India once possessed. Okay. Varma played a major role in visualizing a national past when the idea of India was in doubt. Why was in doubt? Because the Britishers were there. Raja Ravi Varma died of diabetes on 2nd October 1906 at Kilimanur. Over a century later, Varma continues to inspire generations of artists with their intricate paintings. Thus, we see that he has given a huge lot of paintings to India and he made India globally known by his paintings. His contributions are large enough. Okay, children, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the explanation. We will be doing spellings, meanings and question answers from this chapter. Thank you.